In this meeting, we are going to share our offer with our client, with our buyer, for signature. Now we have gotten pretty far along in this process. We have learned to log in, navigate, download. We've created a loop. We've learned about the navigation, adding the details to our loop, adding files to our loop, and preparing those files for signature. There are separate videos on each. Now we are ready to share our files, our documents, with our buyer to sign. First, we are going to select each document that we want our buyer to sign or have a copy of. So I want them to have the contract, the homeowners association disclosure. They're going to sign both of those. They will sign the property disclosures. I want them to have a copy of the public record. Housing for older persons, they don't need the MLS printout. They do not need a copy of their pre-approval. They do need to sign the Dalton Wade buyer disclosure. They do need to sign the wire fraud prevention notice. They do need to sign the energy efficiency brochure. They do not need the residential buyer checklist. That is for you. So now that we've selected everything they need to sign, we can select the share button that has appeared at the top of our documents box. Just click share. And the system is pretty smart. It knows that the buyer needs to sign. They have options here. They can view only. They can sign, which also allows them to initial. They can fill and sign. That is going to allow them to fill in form fields, such as the seller's disclosure, to write in text for explanations. For example, if they're the seller, this is our buyer, we just need her to sign. Or can edit in private. That means they can view, fill, sign, or they can create new documents as well. This is you're probably not going to do this unless you're sharing this with a cooperating agent, in which case you may want to allow them to edit. I usually share files with cooperating agents by attaching to a PDF. I tend not to share loops, but that is your choice. If you are comfortable doing that, then go for it. Right now, we're just sharing with our buyer who can sign. This was the default. This is fine. We can send them a brief message. You should spell correctly. And then you're going to click share. This has shared all of those files with our buyer. We can click done. It says waiting on others, waiting on Betty to sign. Betty's our buyer. This one that was not signed, it does note that we have shared this file. So now we're just waiting on Betty to sign. What I'm going to do now is show you what it looks like to be Betty. I'm just going to go over to Betty's AOL account. I'm going to refresh her inbox, and the file has not shown up yet. Oh, that's because this is the wrong email address. All right, so I need to log into Just bear with me one moment, and we are going to log in. I'm going to log in with the email address that I gave to Betty. Click sign in. Here's our mail. Now this has arrived. It's from me via .loop. Please review 8 documents. I'm going to open them. It's going to say Lisa has shared 8 documents with you for the loop, and it's named it. Please review and sign. I am available if you have questions. My option is to view all documents. I'm going to click, because I'm in AOL, I have to enable those links. I'm going to click, and it's going to open my documents. This is exactly what it is going to look like for your buyer. They have the option to download and print, or they can start signing. It's going to take them to each field. They can scroll with their mouse back and forth, up and down, and review, or they can click. It's going to ask them to confirm their name and their initials. It is going to give them a signature by default. If they prefer to draw their signature, they certainly can. Or they can type it. When they've chosen what they want to do, they will select Adopt and Sign. And this is just going to take them through the signing process. When they click, they can sign. It's going to prompt them everywhere to sign. They can certainly stop, go back, go forward. It's easy enough to skip one. I've just skipped this one. Here's my homeowners. Here's my seller's property disclosure. My Dalton Wade disclosure. To fill in text, the box popped up. I can go next. This seems like a mistake, but I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. I'll click next. My energy efficiency brochure. And then it took me back to the spot that I missed. So it's automatically going to come back around if I missed something. When I'm finished, I will click Finish Signing. It is going to prompt me to sign up. If your client wishes to sign up, please let them know that they are welcome to. It is a free account. They will have access to their files. However, they will need to be very careful in remembering their account information, their username, and their password. So I'm not going to sign up. It's taken me back to my document. I will click the back button, and here I am with access to all of my files. I can open them. I can view them. I can see that I've signed them. I can print them. I can download them. I can share them. But to do so, I will need to sign up for an account. Tells me this is a loop. Everything is private. Just a little bit of information here. Now I'm going to go ahead and just close out of this. I'll go back to my loops and see what it looks like, and it still wants me to sign up. So it's never going to stop asking me to sign up, but I can close right out. I can always click back on my email to view the documents and to go to the loop. That is what it looks like for the buyer. So now we've seen what it looks like to share files for signature. Now I'm going back to my agent login. I'm going to refresh my screen. I am going to notice that it doesn't remember who I am because I've just been Betty. All right, so here I am. I am my agent. Little hiccup there because of my trying to show you how to be two people at once. So please try and ignore that. I am my agent again. My file stays signed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share them with someone outside of the system. We don't know if they have a .loop account or not. In this case, it's the listing agent. We are going to share our offer. I can do one of two things. I can download each file that I want to share, upload it into my primary email account and send it as I always have, or I can select the files that the listing agent is going to need. She doesn't need the buyer disclosure, the wire fraud, or the energy efficiency, but she's going to want that pre-approval. So for her, I can click share. And this time I'm going to share with Lucy Listing Agent. Now this says she can edit in private. I'm just going to let her view it personally. I don't know if she uses .loop or not. I'm going to attach this as a PDF, so it won't matter at all if she uses .loop. It's going to send it to her as a PDF. I'm going to enter a message. Also, it helps. I'm just writing a little note. It has to be brief because it doesn't format well. And then I can hit share. It says please wait. Now I can click done. Now we are going to pretend now that we are the listing agent, and we are going to see what this looks like if we are the listing agent. We're going to go to Lucy's mail. This is the first time I've logged in, so here we go. Here are my files, all attachments as PDFs. Here's our note. I can view the documents here, or I can download them into my system. They are all attached. There is no need for anyone to have to use .loop with this system. So that is here how we share files with individuals needing to sign, and that is how we share files with individuals who need to receive the files, but they may refer to receive them as a PDF and not be a part of our .loop. Thank you for joining me.